Alrighty, so now moving ahead to step 2, defining the getter methods to access the form controls. So here for get first name, we return checkout form get customer.firstname. So how did I arrive at this? So let's kind of break it down a bit. So we have this.checkout form group. So that's how that part matches up. And then for customer, it's a group. So customer. And then the form control is first name. So that's how we have customer.firstname. And then we simply repeat the process here for last name. And then a similar thing here for email. And we'll actually use these getter methods in our HTML template when we access the form controls to try and get the actual status and list of errors and so on. Alrighty, step 3 of updating the HTML template to display the error messages. So here's the example here for first name, the first name form control. And so if the validation fails, then let's display error messages here. So here we have first name dot invalid. So, hey, did the validations fail for this given form control? And there's also some other things that we need to be aware of here. So we only want to display validation errors if the user has interacted with the form. So when the user changes the field value, the control is marked as dirty. When the field loses focus, the control is marked as touched. So let's kind of break this down in this example here. So first name dot dirty. So did the user change the field value? Or first name dot touched. Did the field lose focus? So in this case, we can actually display the error messages. So we need to find out which specific validation failed here. So I can make use of the errors object. So the errors object contains a list of validations that failed for this given form control. So here I'm saying first name.errors.required. That says, hey, the required validation failed. So in that case, I can give my specific error message here to the user, hey, first name is required. And this error message will show up on the form accordingly. And then we can do a similar thing here, first name.errors.minLength. So hey, did the minimum length validation fail? If so, then I'll say, hey, first name must be at least 2 characters long. And then you can simply repeat the process for the other fields that you have. And we'll actually do this here for email address. So here I have this form control for email and say email.invalid, so on and so forth. And then I basically say email.errors.required or email.errors.pattern, so that pattern. And so we give the appropriate messages there to the user. Alrighty, so we're almost done. In step 4, I'm going to add the event handler to check the validation on submit. So in my on submit method, I basically make use of if this.checkoutFormGroup.invalid. Then in that case, I'll say checkoutFormGroup.markAll as touched. So by touching all the fields, this will actually trigger the display of the error messages on the actual screen. And that's basically it there for the form validation. So what we'll do is we'll move into the next video and we'll start writing this code and we'll start adding some validation to our checkout form. So I'll see ya in the next video.